Hi, this is Jack Bevere at the Dominion Group. Wanted to go over with you what our experience has been investing in single-family real estate in the Atlanta metro area. About 9 months ago, we were looking to diversify our own portfolio. We've got 400 properties in Maryland, and we were looking to kind of expand into other markets. We knew that there were other markets that had strong real estate prices, that we would be able to build a rental portfolio there and hold properties long term. And so we started looking around into other parts of the country, and Atlanta kind of stuck out for us as an area where we thought was pretty attractive. Things that we're looking for were a strong demographic and employment outlook. We weren't looking to invest in Detroit, regardless of how cheap it might be. We had, coming from an operator background, we were looking for best-in-class renovation and property management platforms. That's our background. We've renovated 1,000 houses in Maryland over the past 10 years, and we manage 450 houses right now, 400 of which are ours. And so we were looking for an operator who had a similar setup to us. We were looking for a market with strong rental demand, because if it doesn't matter how cheap you can get it if you can't get it rented. So we're looking for a market that had you were able to get the properties leased quickly to high quality tenants, and we were looking for a favorable legal environment from a landlord perspective. Atlanta and Georgia, it's a non-judicial state in terms of the legal process for evictions, and so we were looking for an environment that we would not be stuck with a property that we couldn't get the person out for a year if they weren't paying rent, and we found Georgia to be very landlord friendly. Back in June of 2011, we started testing the waters in Atlanta with our own money. That's the approach that we really feel comfortable. Only approach that we feel comfortable taking. I wouldn't be presenting this opportunity to outside investors if you hadn't already had some significant experience there and worked out all the kinks and made sure that we weren't stepping in a pile of something. So in June of 2011, we started. We bought one property just to see how it went. Everything went pretty smooth. Worked out some kinks. In July of 2011, we bought 4 properties, and then in August we bought 10, 11 in September, and then October we bought 32. 33 in November, and in December and going forward, we expect to purchase 30 plus properties a month for the foreseeable future. What we've experienced with our operator partner in Atlanta is that average full renovation takes them about 4 weeks, which is very quick. They're set up just like we are. And which was refreshing for us to see. We got along with them immediately, and they've got a similar setup to us. They have construction management in house, and then about 75 to 100 dedicated subcontractors who are just working on their projects. Given that the average full renovation takes about 4 weeks, we expect the turnover should take 1 to 2 weeks. Fortunately, we haven't experienced any turnovers yet, but given how quickly they move, 1 to 2 weeks would be reasonable. The average leasing period has been about 2.5 weeks, which is great. That was the thing, that was one of the really important statistics that we wanted to find out. How quickly can you get these properties rented to good tenants? So we're seeing multiple applications on our properties, and the average leasing time is about 2.5 weeks from when the for rent sign goes up to when we've got a paying tenant. And we found that they're hitting their target rents about 95% of the time. So they're not pitching high numbers that end up coming in, $100 lower. If they say the rent's $825, it's $825. So that was been all these things have been very positive with the operator that we identified, who we've partnered with in Atlanta. This is the Atlanta metro area. And I'll show you the areas that we're looking in. Primarily, it's Cobb County in the northwest. The eastern part of Douglas County, the southern portion of Fulton County, Clayton County, the northern portion of Clayton County, the northwest portion of Henry County, most of DeKalb County, and about half of Gwinnett County. And so basically what we're looking to do is to stay close to major highways, stay close to major employment centers. We don't want to get out into rural areas. We want to stay in the suburbs of the city of Atlanta. So proximity to routes 285, I-285, which is their beltway, I-85, 75, and 20. We're trying to stay within 5 to 7 miles of those major highways, which makes it so that you can get downtown in about 25 minutes. Is about the radius that we've identified as kind of the sweet spot. In terms of talking about the Atlanta metropolitan statistical area, which is really what we're talking about, those basically those 10 counties, 8 to 10 counties. It was the fastest growing metropolitan statistical area from 2000 to 2007. Going forward, it's expected to still outpace the nation in population growth. It's home to major corporations like Coca-Cola, UPS, Delta, Chick-fil-A, TBS, Home Depot, Rubbermaid, and Southern Company, all of companies that you've definitely heard of and probably use on a regular basis. It's home to Hartsfield International Airport, one of the busiest, if not the busiest airport in the country, which actually is in northern Clayton County, which is where a lot of our properties are. So there's a lot of our tenants who are working at that airport, and it's a humongous airport, major employment center for the Atlanta area. And Atlanta is really the anchor of the Southeast U.S. economy. It's the biggest city in the Southeast, has the most employment centers, and so we like the demographics and outlook for Atlanta going forward. It's not a Detroit. It's not an area that we are worried that it's going to be dying. It's really the anchor of the Southeast U.S. economy. In terms of renovation quality, we come from an operator's background, so we've renovated about 1,000 houses. We're very pleased with the rental renovations that our partner is doing and what we're overseeing. They're pretty standard. You can see we're doing ceramic tile, replacing the countertops, new paint, new carpet, replacing trim, evaluating all of the mechanical systems, bring everything up to code if there's anything that's out of code. When in doubt, we're replacing furnaces. When in doubt, we're replacing roofs. And all the properties that we have available come with a 12-month warranty on the work that was performed. And so we're pretty happy. Like I said, with the rental demand of 2.5 weeks, rent quickly. There's no one saying, well, it's not that good of a renovation. They're nice houses. Everything's completely upgraded, and they're stabilized for owning them for the long term. In terms of the property management platform, which is extremely important, one thing that I mentioned in the other video is that we're looking for property managers who own more than 100 properties themselves, and we feel that's a strong indicator of a good partner, because it means that they've built their systems and processes to manage their properties, and they're going to manage our properties the same as they would their properties. That's the approach that we've always taken as investors with the 50 properties that we manage for other owners in Maryland, and so that's something that we're definitely looking for, and that is the case here. The property management company, the owner of the property management company, owns more than 100 of the 600 properties that they manage, and so the systems and processes are aligned with how we would want our properties managed. They use a online web-based property management software called Propertyware, which is very sophisticated. It's excellent. It's really becoming an industry standard for single-family residential property management. And it includes a web-based feature that's a web-based owner access portal where you can go wherever you are, at work, at home, at your friend's house, and go to the website, log in, and get access to all of the documents for your properties, get access to all the reports. You can create custom reports if you want to add some features. It's really a very sophisticated property management platform. Gives a lot of transparency to the owners of the properties. And the other important thing for us was that there's a landlord-friendly legal environment. And in Atlanta and in Georgia, Atlanta, it's 4 days from late rent to eviction. So you really don't have a whole lot of situations where people are where you're not getting paid for a long period of time. You shouldn't expect more than a month or two of downtime, even if something goes bad, which is great. Georgia's a red state. It's got a very landlord-friendly environment, really based in the fact that it's a non-judicial process. So the courts don't get involved, which is really what creates a lot of delays, is when the courts get involved in the eviction process. So in Georgia, that's not the case, and we haven't experienced any evictions to date. So reasons to invest. We've already discussed the strong current cash flow in the other video, and what we believe to be long-term appreciation potential for since you're buying the properties for significantly less than what it costs to rebuild the houses. You're going to get diversification from the stock market, which is something that, given the volatility there, I think we'd all sleep better having some. What you need is an experienced management team with a proven track record. We have that in our own experience, and our operator partner in Atlanta has definitely demonstrated that. There's strong rental demand in the area. Like I said, you don't want to have properties sitting vacant regardless of how cheap you got them for. And you're buying properties at a significant discount to replacement cost, and you're investing in inflation-protected hard assets. So there's bricks that behind what you're buying, and the renovations are good quality. They're stabilized for the long term, and you should be able to count on these properties being rented for years and years and years to come. So check out the website and call us with any questions you have. I appreciate you taking the time. Thanks a lot.